Greetings of the day. I am Asha K, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. Central Processing Unit building blocks. We have a 40-bit arithmetic logical unit, 40-bit accumulator, a barrel shifter, multiplier, adder, CSSU, compare, select, store unit, and also an exponent encoder, data address generation, and program address generation. And we have central processing unit consists of ALU, which performs 2's complement arithmetic operations. I hope all my students know. So what is 2's complement arithmetic operations? And bit level Boolean operations, bit by bit, each and individual bit by bit Boolean operations, logical operations can be performed on 16, 32 and 40 bit words. So I can choose the data, 16 bit data or 32 bits of data or 40 bits of data. And this particular central processing unit also functions two separate arithmetic logical units and performs two 16-bit operations simultaneously. If I just wanted to split this into two simultaneous operations, I can perform that particular function also. And now we are going to learn a functional block diagram of arithmetic logical unit. So what is the functional diagram of arithmetic logical unit of TMS 32054XX family? So this arithmetic logical unit mainly consists of accumulators. So we have two accumulators, one is A accumulator and another one is B accumulator. Each accumulator is of 40 bit. Each accumulator is of 40 bit. So how this 40 bit data is divided means it is divided into lower order word, that is from 0 to 15, higher order word, that is from 16 to 31, and a guard bit, that is from 32 to 39. So 8 bits of guard band we have. So guard bits are of 8 bits, so that is used. So this accumulator A and B appear like this. So this is the lower order word, higher order word, and the guard bits. So for accumulator A and for accumulator B, lower order word, accumulator B, higher order word, and guard bit for the accumulator B. So this is the representation of accumulator A and B in case of arithmetic logical unit. So these store the output from the arithmetic logical unit or from the multiply adder block and also provide a second input to the arithmetic logical unit. So anywhere, anytime if you wanted to perform the multiplication, addition operations, we use this accumulator A and B register. Now we are observing at the functional diagram of the central processing unit. This functional diagram of the central processing unit, if you just see, it mainly consists of ALU, arithmetic logical unit. It mainly consists of arithmetic logical unit, So this is your arithmetic logical unit that we are having. And just observe the circuit, the diagram carefully. So it is divided into two parts. The first part here is, say we have accumulator A and accumulator B. Multiplexers we have here. So these are the multiplexers we have. The input to the multiplexer is either from accumulator A itself or from accumulator B itself, and one is the output of the arithmetic logical unit, which is called as U, and output of the multiplier and adder unit, that is MAC unit, called as M. What is A? A is nothing but here accumulator A. What is B? Accumulator B. And what we have the next is U. U is nothing but output of the arithmetic logical unit. And we have the fourth one called as the MAC output, multiplier and accumulated output, that is M. All these are connected to this multiplexer based upon the selection lines. So selection lines means 4 inputs I have. So based upon the select lines, I may have one output, but since we have two accumulators, the same output is connected to both the A and B accumulators. So based upon the priority, based upon the instruction whether instruction is consisting of accumulator A or accumulator B. Default is A. Sometimes we can also use B register. So the output is connected here. That is A output, and here it is B. So this may be any combination, any one combination, whether from the accumulator A or whether from the output of the multiplier, whether it is the output of the arithmetic logical unit and it is the output of the accumulator B. So just observe carefully. So remember this circuit multiplexer AMUB is there here. So ma'am, I'll change the order, it's your wish. So try to remember this AMUB or ABMU in the alphabetical order and write it. And coming to this side, just observe here. We have here a temporary register T. T stands for temporary register, which stores the 16-bit data. We also have here accumulator register A and accumulator register B and a temporary register T, and the data from the data bus. That is, we have one program bus and 3 data bus, right? In that one data bus, we are utilizing here CB15 to CB0, 16-bit data that is connected to this multiplexer. And then again we have D and S. S stands for shifter output. In any case, I have performed left shift operation or right shift operation. Depending upon that, the shifter output, it is of 40-bit data. That data is again connected to this multiplexer. And sign control bit, if depending upon the sign extension mode, which is a one of the field in the ST0 register. So we had ST1 register. See, in ST1 register, this XXM sign extension mode bit was there. So depending upon the sign extension mode bit is equal to 0, means if what we used to do, if sign extension bit mode is equal to 1, means what we used to do, that is load the accumulator, load the content with the say most significant bit will be made equal to 11111, or most significant bit made equal to 000. Depending upon that, this sign extension mode is going to work. So this is sign control, because before addition I have to control the sign bits. A suitable logic is used to control the sign bit in the result. See, this multiplexer will choose whether the data from A or whether the data from B or whether data from C or whether data from T, temporary register T, or the data from data register DB15 to DB0, or from the shifter output, maybe it is a 40-bit. So later, if we have a 40-bit accumulator, that is 40-bit arithmetic logical unit. This 40-bit arithmetical logical unit performs the arithmetic and as well as logical related operations. When we perform the arithmetic and logical related operations, there may be a changes in the based upon the output result of the arithmetic logical unit will be having these various changes in the flag bit. So one flag bit that we have written here, it is overflow mode. Another one is carry 16-bit. Dual 16-bit or double precision arithmetic mode is used. So which result has to be used, or based upon the result, the C16-bit is going to set or reset. And we have the second one, C, carry flag. Just observe the carry flag in case of some of the instructions wherein carry is one of the input, it is acting as an input. In some cases, when carry is like I have to shift the carry to the carry bit, means that is also acting as an output bit. So the directions are important here. So here OVM bit is inward direction to the ALU, C16 is inward direction to the ALU, and also C is bidirectional. Whereas we have the 3 remaining bits OVA and OB, overflow from the accumulator A, overflow from the accumulator B, ZA, ZB, that is whether the result of accumulator A is 0 or whether the result of accumulator B is 0. Test control bit. Test control bit is another bit which is present in the status register 0 that just we discussed above. That particular test control bit is also affected based upon the result of the arithmetic logical unit. Is this diagram is the like new topic that I have started for today's class? Is this understood? Any term which is not understood in this diagram? A very important 6 marks question in the examination. Explain functional diagram of central processing unit of the TMS320C54XX processor. Ma'am, what we should write? How much we have to write? Shall we write all that ST1, ST0, PMST register and all those things? Not necessary. What you have to write is, for 6 marks, neatly write the diagram of this central processing unit. This is the CPU, central processing unit of the TMS320C54XX processor. Then try to explain this. See, the one input to the arithmetic logical unit is Y, wherein the inputs to that particular multiplexing device which is connected here is from the accumulator A, accumulator B, temporary register T, and also from the data bus CB15 to CB0. Based upon the multiplexer select lines, any one of the input is connected as an input to the sign controller bit. The sign controller bit, depending upon the sign extension mode bit, that suppresses or extends the sign extension, and that will be the input to the arithmetic logical unit. On the other hand, we have the data bus DB15 to DB0 along with the shifter output. Any one of this is connected to the sign controller bit field, wherein based upon the select lines of the multiplexer. So this is connected as another input to the arithmetical logical unit. A 40-bit arithmetical logical unit performs the arithmetic and logical operations, and it affects the status registers. And we also have an accumulator A and accumulator B. The data from the accumulator A and accumulator B, it is processed with the help of this multiplexer again. The inputs to the multiplexer are from the accumulator itself, that is A and B, or else also from the multiplier output and also from the arithmetic logical unit output.